Hey everyone, we are here with Michael, aka Mactrocity. He is our local's primary Victor player. He's been playing it since set 1. Michael, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Michael, also known as Z Mactrocity Z. And like you said, I have been playing Victor since set 1. Set 1, I played more traditional Victor with like the Thousand Tails main board and the Sprite Mother and whatnot. Set 2, I went kind of more towards the Spellslinger Vanguard list, and then in this set you see right here is mostly a hybrid list.
Awesome.
Of both, of Spellslinger and traditional Victor.
And let's admire the beauty of this max rarity Victor deck. Do you want to go ahead and start explaining some of it?
Yeah, so we have 7 and 5 for the runes. The yellow are pretty important with the seals. We have gold generation with Wages of Pain, Rockets, Deadly Flourish, Honest Broker. I tried the list without Honest Broker, and I think I had a third Flourish, a third Hidden Blade, and a third Vanguard Armory. And I noticed that Broker just kind of fixed some of the gold issues with getting to seals. If you don't draw some of your other gold producing when you have a seal, so you can just kind of aggressively put it out there and not care about it. Carrion Dredger and Honest Broker are amazing Shadow's Call targets. Dredger, making the bird. This obviously making the gold. But all of that stuff kind of just lets you into card tempo advantage. This list is pretty heavy on the Sprite Burst, so I kind of like it because you can go turn 1, make it recruit, pass. If you go second, you can go recruit, 2-drop, pass. And on turn 2, if they've got something that you're worried about, you can either hold the mana for that, or you can just straight up take it with Sprite Burst. Or Sprite Burst lets you kind of rush 2 points and then maybe play a recruit on top of it, if you have it like a further turn, like turn 3. Or use a recruit that you make or a 2-drop, and then the Sprite Burst the following turn to get a point and then hold it. Unless you're getting contested. But this being a 6-might tempo out of nowhere is like pretty powerful. This list could play the blue side, and you could play more stuff like a Thousand Tail main board, like the Sprite Fountain. I just like the consistency of leaning into more heavy yellow. So for the blue stuff, we have the Bellows Breath repeated, the Rocket Barrage, and then this Thousand Tail. This Thousand Tail could be one less Turn to Dust and another Thousand Tail. I just kind of like the third Turn to Dust. But I tried 3 armories, and sometimes you draw them too early, or you open with 2 in your opening hand and you mulligan, and then you know you're not going to see it again. And this card is like a stabilization card as well as a win con. Making 3 recruits a turn is kind of hard to deal with when your opponents have to spend resources for something you're just tapping to make resources. Mm-hmm. It is exposed and a gear removal meta with opposing turn to dust, accept the losses, etc. But the card is just a house when you play it down.
I also feel like people are starting to stray away a little bit from MainDeck gear hate too.
I think with Aurora not
as prevalent.
It's still played. I also play Aurora, so it's still played, but I agree with that statement. You still have your purple decks to play losses and whatever the splash color removal is, as you're playing turn to dust and acceptable losses.
How'd you like Ruination and Drag Unders?
Ruination is absolutely insane with Armory. Going Ruination, tap Armory, tap Victor, make a recruit go is absolutely crazy. 4 recruits out of nowhere when you just wipe the board is pretty huge. This Drag Under card is really important because with seals, we can just go straight for stuff with Deflect like Vex. Right, so like Vex Apathetic shutting down the Sprite Burst, you just cleanly tap this and this, right? So on when you have 10 plus runes, just getting rid of a Vex and conquering the battlefield the Vex was on, it's pretty easy with Drag Under.
Yeah.
Aurelia, Drag Under is one of the cleanest answers to Aurelia besides your Cull the Weak effects. So all that stuff does play a role. And another reason why I like the seals, you see a lot of Victor lists that don't play seals. I'm not one of them. I think yellow seals are just way too easy to use. You can hide Wages of Pain. You can hide Hidden Blade, which is tapping the seal. You pay for deflect costs. You stay on curve with tapping the Vanguard Armory to go up to Ruination. Same thing with Imperial Decree with a seal. It helps you ramp into Ruination still without sending your runes to the bottom every time you cast a card. The Victor choice is a little weird right here for the yellow. The reason is the synergy with Sprite Burst. Blue Victor just gets sniped out of base too frequently with Falling Stars, these Rocket Barrages and other decks. There's a ton of ways to just kill Viktor in the base now for blue when he's a 3-might unit. Being 4 is a little harder to kill, but going Viktor into Sprite Burst, and when these die making 2 recruits is just way too much value.
The important question, is that a signature or a signature Viktor?
It is a Chinese signature Viktor.
There you go, nice. What's your battlefield order?
So my battlefield into the blinds, usually, I like to lead on Ravenbloom. A lot of people will save Ravenbloom for going first for sure against like Diana or Irelia or any deck that's aimed to play like the mid-range game. You want to go with Ravenbloom first when you're going first battlefield, but I like to do it into the blind unless I'm against those decks. Otherwise, it's Void Gate. Rockfall, you can go first. You can use it into the blind, or when you're going first against decks that have Orange Rengar.
Yeah.
To try to put your Ashe on it, or any of your recruits, or your Sprite tokens, or even the Safety Inspector out of the board. So it really depends on the deck, but stereotypically, I like to lead off on Ravenbloom first. And the reason is, I like to see in the matchup what I'm seeing, because sideboarding is a little difficult. Like, the stuff coming in is pretty straightforward, but the stuff coming out is not. So Ravenbloom kind of lets you churn through your deck game 1 to see how you want to sideboard 2 and 3.
As our resident Viktor player, what's the outlook for set 4?
Set 4's got some pretty good tools. The empowered, where you sack a unit to pump it, the wolf, the ground wolf, that thing's crazy for this deck. You go recruit Conquer, as long as it's not a Rockfall, you play him there and eat the recruit, and now he's a 5 or 6 might unit. There's a couple tools that this deck gains from there that are similar to that for sure, that are gross. Like a lot of the yellow updates for sure.
Cool. Any shout outs, any other comments you want to make?
I think I'm good, man.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Have a good night, everyone.
Yep, goodbye.